Joining us now is Okpe with stories trending around the world. Hello, Jinex.
Good morning, Dr. Abati. How are you?
Jineka.
Great. Good morning, Tundu. How are you?
Good morning, Oji. I'm
great.
Thanks.
Good morning, Rufai. How are you?
Great. I'm doing all right.
Perfect. Good morning to you, viewers. Here are some of the stories that are trending across the globe. In the United Kingdom, police constable Wayne Couzens has pled guilty to the kidnapping and rape of Sarah Everard, who went missing in March while walking home in South London. And Joanna Touch, a 59-year-old family lawyer, was suspended from her own company after posting tweets deemed offensive and unacceptable about the name of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's daughter. Then, the late Princess Diana's engagement gift from Prince Charles is up for sale. The Ford Escort Gia Salon was gifted to Princess Diana ahead of their iconic 1981 royal wedding. The car is expected to fetch up to $55,000 when it goes under the hammer on June 29th. In Canada, relatives of a Muslim family killed in London, Ontario, when a 20-year-old suspect named Nathaniel Veltman rammed them with his pickup truck, urging the wider community to oppose racism and Islamophobia after police said the suspect was motivated by hate. In South Africa, 37-year-old Goziam Tamara Sitole has broken the world record for the most children to survive in a single birth after giving birth to 10 babies, 7 boys and 3 girls. Finally, under entertainment, Afrobeat singer Temilade Okpe, popularly known as Tems, has been nominated for the 2021 BET Awards under the Viewer's Choice Best New International Act category.
I've been doing things unknown since the day when you're running right back.
And a video that captured the moment multiple award-winning musician Tiwa Savage and Deborah Oluwaseyi Joshua, professionally known as Seyi Shey, engaged in a public brawl has set social media abuzz.
You think I've forgotten how many years ago what you guys did, you and Victoria Kamani? You think I've forgotten? You think I can forget?
Tiwa, what are the things that you have done? Like what? You want me to open out everything here? I'm not like you. I'm not going to do that.
Open it.
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 Open what?
Open what? Open it.
Seriously?
See it.
I'm not petty.
I'm petty. Open it. Open it.
I know you are.
Open it. Open it. Please, whoever has a video, I want to open it. You open it. You're the one that said you want to open my ass. Open it. Please, open it. Open it. If you don't open it. Open it. Your ass is the dirtiest in this industry. If I've ever done or said anything about you or Victoria Kamani, I'm made. I have money. I have nothing to take from you. I'm not going to be hired for a show and they'll say I should, because I'm getting.
You think that's all it is, Tiwa? If you want to start
Anything
acting
else,
out,
I've never
and
slept
acting
with
like
your
an
man.
abaya right now.
I've
Carry
never
on.
slept with your
I'm
man.
listening.
I've
Go
never
on.
taken a job
Go
from
on.
you.
The only
I've
reason
never
why I
gone on
greeted you
radio.
is to
I've
try
never
and
gone
squash
on.
all
You don't try and squash by saying hi. You try and squash by calling me in the corner and talking about. If I have an issue with you, I don't just say hi as if nothing.
Well, Dr. Bati, this video has gone viral. Really, really embarrassing situation between those two women.
Yes, yes, I saw it yesterday, and it's also all over Instagram. I hope that their friends, would intervene and try to make sure that whatever is the problem between the two young ladies or young women, is resolved. This is a fight that has been on for about 5 years. Tiwa Savage alleging that Seyi Shey had a song in which she abused her, called her all kinds of names. And there's this other musician from South Africa also, that she has a problem with, because that, in fact, in a song, openly called her, all kinds of ugly names. And yet she's been bearing that grudge. But I think for us as, members of the public, one, we should be, what is more important to us is their music, their artistry, and how much effort they put into, their professional line to be able to distinguish themselves.
Right.
The two of them fighting in public, well, it's really of no consequence. what is of consequence is the fact that the two ladies have to be aware that two people fighting in public or, constituting themselves into a nuisance in a public place is an offense. It's an offense under sections 83 and 84 of the Criminal Code Act of Nigeria. And the offense is AFRI and is punishable by 1 year imprisonment. So they have to be reminded that going about fighting in public, is an offense under Nigerian laws.
Well said. Well, in the meantime, the Minister of Women's Affairs and Social Development, Pauline Tallen, has accused entertainers of frustrating the government's efforts at curbing the violation of women by promoting vulgar lyrics and using female dancers in the most disdainful manner. The minister, while delivering her speech at the launch of the State of the World Population 2021 report in Abuja on Tuesday, said the federal government was working hard to tackle fear and stigma of survivors of violence, as well as seek justice for the victims. But entertainers were frustrating the government's plans. She then urged producers and writers to support the government's efforts so as to ensure that the Nigerian society is able to guarantee an environment where girls and women are able to make choices about their bodies. I think that, the minister is making an effort, but I don't know if that has anything to do with the violent act against women. They're two different things. I think that they should tackle head-on the issue of violence against women instead of bringing up and making up all these excuses that has no relevance at all.
I completely disagree with you.
No.
It is inextricably linked. The same way as rapists who have been convicted confess to watching a lot of porn, fetishizing women, and then going to find a victim to attack. It's unfortunate, as Malcolm X said, the most disrespected person in America is the black woman. We are black women, worse than that, and I have to use the word worse, we are African women. So you can imagine where we fall on the totem pole. The genres of music that are associated with black people, rap, R&B, and what have you, are the only ones who sing the demeanment of their own women, calling women the B word, and that other, hoe, the colloquialism, hoe. And us women will sit there or get up and gleefully dance to our own dehumanization. We participate in our own dehumanization. It creates a culture. Which white man, which white rock group, name them, Beatles, Rolling Stones, all the legends, whoever has ever abused white women on wax and it goes platinum. It creates an environment whereby black women are just not respected. We don't see it, we don't make the link because it comes with a good beat and we're dancing. There's nothing worth dancing to about that. There are two hits that I can remember that openly in their lyrics glorify rape culture and women are singing along, loving it. So she makes an excellent point. But beyond that, all states need to domesticate the Child Rights Act, also Violence Against Persons Act, which she mentioned. And my other issue is marital rape. How can the laws of Nigeria sanction, legalize the rape of a woman by her husband? Rape is not when you're dragged into a corner by a stranger. You can be raped by your nearest and dearest. It's when you do not give consent. And all of our criminal laws legitimize marital rape. It goes to show how completely disrespected we are.
Well, my point is that it's a choice. Whatever you do with your body is your choice.
It creates a culture.
Yes,
culture is important.
That also is important, but I stand with my comment. The women make their choice. It's not about anything else.
I completely disagree. You make your choice,
but there's a culture.
I
don't know how.
But there's a culture, and she's right to tackle that.
Lyrics and dancing is going to make
You don't see a link between gangster rap and gun violence in the hood.
I think a rapist is a rapist. I don't.
Yes, but you don't see. You don't know that external stimulus. Your nature versus nurture argument.
I think they should tackle
your environment
the issue head on.
There's a culture.
She's right. Of the issues.
Yes. Rufai wants to weigh in since you made a comment.
Oji, I want to weigh in. The truth is, Oji, let's not deceive ourselves. Media is very subliminal. Media is very subliminal. And once you start to see songs like this go on air, infiltrating the air, it distorts society. Media is very powerful, so I support the minister. We should stop bad lyrics against women. That is where the culture starts from. Media is so powerful. You have no idea how powerful media is. It is so powerful, and we should start by breaking the cycle. Like we said, one of the reasons for the increase in gang and rape culture in America is because of rap and what they call trap music. Because this music is used as a tool to dehumanize women. So it is so powerful. We need to fight it. Look at how rape has increased in Nigeria. In this same Nigeria, we grew up hearing songs like, hear your papa, hear your mama, life go better for you. Today, we don't have values being put out in our songs any longer. It is sex, it is criminality, it is words against, even the musical video, it's about dehumanizing women. So we need to speak against it. What's the way forward? We need to start a movement for profanity-free music. I don't know the school of thought that say you must abuse a woman and objectify a woman as a sex slave for your song to sell. And you must preach alcoholism, you must preach drugs and crime to sell. We've had songs that didn't objectify women and still sold in this country. So we must start a profanity-free medium because the NBC can't do it alone. I worked on radio. The NBC keeps banning songs like this. But how far are you going to go? So we must reorientate ourselves and use our music. See, films and music are very important forms of media to change society because their approach is subliminal.
Okay,
well,
a
there are
quick point,
laws
Dr.
in Nigeria against nudity, against pornography, and there are regulatory agencies. There is, yes, the Nigerian Broadcasting Corporation, but there's also, in this regard, the Film and Video Censors Board. Now, if many of these materials are allowed to escape into the public domain, then there is failure at the level of regulation. Second, the commodification, the objectification of women is part of the problem that we have to deal with, and that needs to be addressed. Now, the issue here is that the theme of the event where Mrs. Pauline Tallen gave that speech, it was the launch of a World Population Report. The theme of it is, my body is my own, right?
Which is
my body is my own, challenging the right to autonomy and self-determination. Let's start from there.
Yeah.
So if your body is your own, to what extent are women themselves complicit in their own commodification and objectification? Because all those girls that are dancing and stretching their legs towards the north and to the south, now they will tell you that it is work. They will tell you that it is art, right? So they themselves, as adults, they've willingly subjected themselves to it. That is another issue that needs to be addressed.
Yes.
The third point made by Mrs. Tallen are the other big issues about the need to empower women, about the need to ensure that violence against women is stopped. 3, the need to also ensure that women are allowed to make decisions about their own life. In other words, the need to challenge the excessive patriarchy, misogyny, chauvinism, that you have within the Nigerian space. And those are points that you cannot argue against.
All right, we'll take our final story now. French President Emmanuel Macron was slapped in the face on Tuesday by a yet-to-be-identified man during a visit to a small town in southeastern France. The French president was greeting the public waiting for him behind barriers in the town of Hermitage after he visited a high school that is training students to work in hotels and restaurants. Let's take a quick look.
Vite, vite. Oh putain, je l'ai plus vite. Allez, allez, venez là. Un petit coup. Viens là. Oh non, ils sont cons, quoi. Oh non, mais n'importe quoi. N'importe quoi. Ah, c'est une honte, oui.
I mean, there's something different about this man. Do you know he went on to tell the security guards to leave the guy alone, and he went on to continue to shake the crowd. It just gives a different type of message about leadership. Your comment, real quickly.
I just feel that was a disgusting display. Whether you like the president or you don't, you must respect his office.
Correct.
Well, if you don't respect his office, what you're actually advertising is some kind of failure of parenting or an acceptance that you have of yourself deep down, that you must be a terminal non-factor. Because if you actually have hope for yourself and believe that you are something, you would never do that. Some people, the only way they're ever going to touch greatness is to slap greatness. And I think that's what that man has displayed. I miss John Prescott, who was the Deputy Prime Minister of England. Somebody threw an egg at him and he punched that man in the face. That is what should have happened to him.
Well, I'm sorry, this is all I have for you guys on What's Trending today. I wish we had more time today.
So do I.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.